Sam, who was Norm's best friend the second season of the Norm Show?
Kato Kaelin.
You're kidding.
I spent an entire year with Kato Kaelin. I know stuff about Kato Kaelin. Norm, Kato befriended Norm. I can't even get into this whole thing. So we do, the Norm Show was 2 seasons, all right?
Right.
And we shoot the first season of the shit's picked up. In the meantime, you know, Norm is living in L.A. So I get back to, you got to be back on the set like August 1st or something. So I start moving back out there like July 28th. And this girl, Lori Jo, who Sam's talking about, and maybe even Sam might have called me up and said, Norm wants, to play a big poker game tonight at Norm's, which we used to do all the time, is come by. He goes, oh, wait, you're going to meet Norm's new best friend. I'm like, who's that? She goes, you'll see. I walk in, and it's Norm and these guys we used to play poker with, and Norm's crazy ex-assistant, this kid, Danny Wilson. And Kato Kaelin. I'm sitting there going like this, like one of the main characters in the biggest trial of the century.
Well, Ralph is the Kato Kaelin. I mean, Ralph.
It's amazing the parallel.
It's a type of guy. It's like
he's the poor man's Kato.
No, I mean, yeah.
Poor man, you're rich.
You got more money than OJ.
No, Ralph's the poor man's Kato Kaelin.
But can I just say something about Ralph? There's such a level of entitlement where he always says, I don't feel entitled. But like he'll go to Sam's house and you would think being in the guest house and having access to servants or whatever would be enough. He was out there one time, a couple times ago, and if I have the cars wrong, tell me, Sam, but I guess the Bentley was parked in front and the Mercedes was parked behind, and Sam left the keys to the Mercedes for Ralph so Ralph could go around and do what he wanted. And somehow Ralph talked the help into giving him the keys and moving it so he could drive the Bentley.
But you got it.
Like the Mercedes wasn't enough, the Bentley was what he needed to be.
These guys are great at doing it, and L.A.'s filled with them. Now, Kato did that whole season, like, systematically. By week 15, Kato was on the show.
Yeah.
Kato got onto the Norm Show.
Kato was looking for a job out of it.
He had
he gets kind of passed around, too, because there was a writer-producer, Kevin Curran. I think he's on The Simpsons now.
Yeah.
He used to be on Married with Children, and the first time I met Kato was after the O.J. trial, and he was hanging out with Kevin Curran.
But he was like in my life. Like, I would go to work, and Kato would be, whether he had to work or not, he was at rehearsal.
And what did Norm get out of it?
Well,
Norm
just said, hey, look, he's a good guy. And, like, we would all go, like, I don't know what's... So Norm got so friendly with him that every once in a while we go to this tennis club by Warner Brothers.
All right.
And we played doubles tennis. And Norm and Kato always had to be a team. It became, like, the 4th fucking grade. So me and one of the other writers would always play Norm and Kato in tennis. And I would tell the writer, I said, listen, if we lose to these motherfuckers, I'm gonna tear Kato's head off. Because if they got a point, and Norm is so competitive, you want to strangle him.
Right.
If they got a point, man, Kato would go like, Howie. And you just feel like going, you murdering fuck, you killed a woman, you helped kill a woman. Like,
Kato didn't have anything to do with murdering a woman.
Well, I felt like saying that to him.
Oh.
But he would make you livid and red with anger, and like Norm and him were just the best of buddies for a year, like he had his...
And what happens that the relationship
They had a falling out somehow.
Oh, really?
Of course.
The Norm Show got canceled. I came back here. I started here, and then eventually I heard they had a falling out. But it's like...
I think Kato was Norm's phone a friend on Celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Get out of here.
So when they were playing tennis together, they always had to be like a doubles partner?
Oh, my God, how...
Like, it became like a
And
thing.
you could see how insidious it was. And me and this other kid who we'd play with, like, we used to beat him most of the time, thank God. But
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah, if we lost...
Well, he gets so... Norm is the most...
We got thrown out of the club. There was an incident with David Hyde Pierce. What?
David Hyde Pierce, what a group.
Next to the Warner Brothers lot, there's like this tennis club, and it's like an exclusive club, and it was like Caddyshack. Me and Norm would walk over in corduroys and just say, we want a court. And the guys there were like star fuckers. They give Norm a court. He had a show on ABC. So we walk on, and David Hyde Pierce would be there, and he had like an instructor.
He'd be in his tennis whites.
Tennis sweaters tied around his neck.
Oh.
And me and Norm, like, if I lost a point to Kato Kaelin, I'd go, fuck, cunt, fuck, and I'd throw the racket, and David Hyde Pierce would get all scared.
What's this?
Yeah, like he was scared. And Norm would like abuse him about maybe being gay, like all this shit.
My
like, and finally Hyde Pierce complained and got us thrown out. We got walked out of the club. Me, Norm, Kato Kaelin, and this writer, we got walked out of the club. David Hyde Pierce was looking at us like all red faced, like, yeah, get out of here.
Fuckers.
Yeah, fuckers. But Kato and Ralph has a lot of those. Like when I'm hearing this, I saw it firsthand, and I'm saying, my God, he's doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, that's wild.
I want to address myself as best as I know how to those that I have wronged, that I have sinned against. I have sinned against you, my Lord, and I would ask that your precious blood would wash and cleanse every stain until it is in the seas of God's forgetfulness, never to be remembered against me.